All right, welcome to another episode from the Chart Reader. So we are going to be taking a look at IDEX, FFIE, and it's been a while, but I'm going to take a look at SPCE space. So IDEX, all right, I'm excited to talk about this one. I want to start with a comment that came in from one of the newer viewers, actually. Chris is what I believe the name was. And long story short, I don't know if it was exactly on this day. Maybe it was the day before, but look. He basically said, for lack of words, look, they're not going to scare me away, right? And believe me, I don't think I'm the reason that he didn't sell or, panic sell or anything like that, right? But my immediate reply was basically, look, you can have some bad days in a bullish uptrend and still be in a bullish uptrend, all right? I know this day doesn't look bad. I mean, this doesn't look good, right? This is a bad candle, but there were still so many reasons to be okay with it. I mean, so many, and we'll talk about them shortly, right? But again, you can have some bad days and still feel like you're bullish uptrend, all right? So I hope if there's nothing else you take from this video, that little nugget is a beautiful one, all right? FFIE, okay. On almost every single video I've discussed, I've said I have no issues with offerings. Offerings are not bad in my book. I'm not sure if that applies to FFIE given the price, okay? Do I think it's a little bit of an overreaction? I do, and I'm curious to see what After Hours is doing. I'm excited to do it kind of live with you all, but I'll talk a little bit more about FFIE later, but again, I've said it on so many videos, like, I'm not afraid of offerings, but I think the price just, it seems sketchy, all right? And then look, Space, all right? Space has been a really, really bad stock for a long time. However, these last few couple days have been really good. Today, offset Friday, and there's a lot of interesting things to talk about Space. In my opinion, more on the weekly than on the daily, but again, volume is king, right? So all three of these stocks have nasty volumes, and I've done a little bit longer of an intro than I normally do, but again, I'm kind of excited to talk about all three of these for kind of different reasons too, you know what I mean? But again, before we go any further, what are we gonna do? Same thing we always do, right? We're gonna take a look at the daily and the weekly to see how things are setting up short term. We have our 5 moving averages. There are horizontal support and resistance lines that I do draw manually myself. And then when we're done up here, we'll use the MACD, RSI, and volume as our lower indicators. Hey, really quickly, if you can please subscribe to the channel, share this thing on the internet, comment good or bad, like the video, even disliking it. It makes me a little sad, but hey, anything you can do really does help with the algorithms. Otherwise, I swear, just being here and giving me your time is super, super appreciated, all right? So look, let's get into it. And again, IDEX, I've been liking this stock on almost every single video I've been making. And it's obviously easier to do it today after a 21 gain, but look, end of the day, all we're doing is riding we have not lost the 8 moving average once, okay? Look, breaking the 100 is hard, all right? It's the second to last one. If this is the hardest, you can only imagine that this one's pretty hard too, you know what I mean? So I'm less, obviously, I would have loved it to just smash the 100 and just fly, right? Because again, I'm just gonna zoom out. If we break the 100, the theory is you go to the 200 and that should take us almost into the 20s. That's another 50% from where we're at now. And look, red. A lot of reason to believe it wants to come right here. And that's literally where the 200 is, right? So, I mean, this 100 isn't going to be an end. Let's just zoom out even more. Look how long as long as we've been struggling with the 200 is pretty much how long we've been struggling with the 100, right? So fail it here, kind of fail it here a bunch of times, and really don't even touch it ever until now, right? So I was less concerned that the 100 was hard, all right? And this day would scare a lot, but hopefully not you guys, because again, and you girls, right? Because we're holding the 8. We're still doing better compared to the big candle to the left, right? And today, we've taken the 100, all right? I don't care about doing it once, okay? Doing it once is nice, but we got to do it twice. We got to confirm. We got to make me believe that we've broken this. And honestly, I think running into the 11s is going to do it. What's After Hours look like? It's flat. That's okay. I don't like after hours, okay? I really am just curious more than anything, but it is all about the 100. We have broken it. We're actually above the biggest candle to the left, and obviously I mean the green one, right? So just make me believe with the, look, that's a good RSI. It's not fantastic, but again, when you have a stock that was at 86, then 88, then 88, one more, come on, baby. Then okay, then it falls. But like it's been in the 80s, right, for a bit. Like I'm okay. Just go. Give me a little bit of volume, break the 50, and let's do it, right? But end of the day, as long as it's holding the 8, I'm cool. But it's really about this. If this goes below, what is this 8? How high into the 8s? That's a relatively middle. Yeah, I'm gonna just guess that that's 0.85. I really wish I had more decimals, right? But I think going lower than the mid 8 is where it gets scary. Obviously, if it hits 7 cents, that's where I'm gonna start thinking we're coming down to 6 or 5. You know what I mean? So make me believe we've broken the 100. That's the moral of the story here. Look, this is an important weekly right here. All right, you can see it just from this view right here. We have not been over that orange line, the 20 moving average, in a number of weeks. Actually, looking at a year, actually, right? Because this is September, that's August. We're a stone throw away from August, right? So man, look at the last time we were over that line was basically right here, almost 2 years. Jesus. Yeah, I mean, look, it's this needs to prove just a little bit more. All right, both on the weekly chart, both on the daily chart. But man, if it hits this, it obviously hits the weekly as well. So IDEX, I still like it. I do. Okay, FFIE. All right, listen. Before this offering hit, this was doing the exact same thing that IDEX was, just holding the 8 moving average, couldn't quite break this, comes back down, hits the 8, does a beautiful, Friday looked great. Literally, my expectation coming into this was, can we actually break the 200 and fly? You know what I mean? So this offering was death. Where are we after hours? Let me just see it. Oh, wow, it's not even trying to recover. Look, I've said it on so many videos, all right? And I'm going to say it again here. Offerings are not bad things, okay? Offerings in a lot of ways are stock banking, okay? And, you know, a lot of the stocks that have been doing the offerings have been doing like 3x, 4x runs. This really only does a roughly, I guess it does more than 2x, because 30, it probably got into the 45 range. All right. It did a decent run. I think the problem really is the fact that this thing is in the pennies, and offering always sounds a lot like reverse split. And I think the natural fear was this thing is going to like reverse split or do something else soon. Like, it's weird. I think I was expecting after hours to actually like move up a lot, but man, I'm sad that this offering reaction was so horrible. I'm sad that we lost this line because, again, green is a real easy red, right? And, you know, this was our only parallel, like, horizontal little thing right here, right? So we're obviously under the 20. We're obviously under the 8. Like, this stock must get back to 34. Otherwise, man, I'm not going to lie. I think we're worried about coming maybe to 20 cents. And look, dropping another 8 cents on a roughly 30-cent stock, that's another 30% drop, all right? So the magic number really is this 25. If you hit 24 cents, I think it's going to be a really quick 20% drop to 20. And again, I really would not touch this unless we can get over the 34 cent. Like, you got to get back over the 8 moving average for sure. This is sad. It's a really sad reaction to an offering, which again, I'm generally not afraid of. This was a good run that was starting to. This thing was starting to hold the 8, starting to break moving averages, getting close to the last, like, it's sad. It's like, this was a good weekly chart, right? Like, there's so much reason to believe that this actually would have come to 75 if like this didn't. This is frustrating. This right here is why I'm a swing trader or a day trader, right? Like, I hold because the lines tell me to, not because I believe Faraday is going to become the next best EV out there. You know what I mean? Or like any stock. I'm telling you, I don't hold long because I don't trust the greed of executives. I don't. They're going to hit their bonus. They're going to go, you can hear my voice, you know what I mean? Like they're going to go on these badass vacations and like, you know what I mean? Like I'm not, I'm just going to stay here holding a 30%, 37, almost a 40% loss, right? Like someone's doing this to hit their bonus, right? So this angers me. This angers me on this individual stock. This angers me on like why I trade the way I trade. Like it's sad. This could have done some nasty, nasty things running to 75. Instead, they took the easy way out in my opinion. But again, I still think overreaction, but you're a sub 50-cent stock. You can't be doing offering games. You know what I mean? Like, come on, get out of here with that noise. So, a little passionate at the end, and yeah, that was interesting. All right, let's talk about space. All right, what's this doing after hours? I'm actually a little curious. You're going down a little bit insignificantly again. Yeah, I don't care about after hours. I'm always just more curious than anything. We do have a horizontal moving average cluster, okay? And you go to the top of the line, and what does that mean? Like just all 5 lines are basically a stone's throw away from me. Like they are clustered tight here, okay? It is hard because it looks like you're going to go up, then it looks like you're going to go down, then it looks like you're going to go up. And I'll be honest, this thing can still get pulled down. You know what I mean? I think today was such an important day. I'm less concerned about this monster 30 and more about the fact that like it looks like we've escaped these things. The last thing that can happen tomorrow is this comes back to 540. If this stock comes back to 540 or less at the close, we're coming back into 440 for sure. All right. 540 is not what this literally can just close at 611, 603, penny above today for all I care, right? Do not drop that far down. Again, every time I click to roughly the same spot, it's roughly that same number, right? So, the stock has sucked for a while. I remember when this thing was a 50 burger for sure. And, you know, we fall, you lose 90% basically, right? Down to just 5. That said, look, if you can get over all the moving averages, you fly, okay? My just general concern is this volume, right? And it's actually really cool that today held as much as it did, right? Because I always say, if you're down here, then you go up here, you better hold somewhere around like 80% of it. Otherwise, I'm expecting it to come down here, right? So this had a little bit less volume, but obviously a better day, right? Because again, we start down here and close there. That's fantastic versus the other one where we start up here, open at 858, and then close down in the 4s, right? That sucks. So again, this looks good, and this looks good, but to me, it's all about tomorrow. It either closes above 640, oh, those are easy numbers. It either closes above or near 640, or it falls close to 540. All right, I think that's what I would do to assume space's continuation. All right, weekly is not a bad chart from what I remember, and again, most of this came today. All of it came today. Today's the first day. Sorry, but look, we've obviously taken the 50 so far, but this candle ain't closed yet, right? We still got Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, right? So. Let's see where this ends. But yeah, again, if you break the 8, you go to the 20. You break the 20, you go to the 50. You break the 50, you might go to the 100 all the way up near 950, right? Which is another 50% from where we're basically at. So things to watch for sure here. But again, make me believe we've escaped the moving averages. So, hey, I appreciate your time so much. Let me know what you think. Otherwise, thank you.